Welcome to the Today's Home podcast. I'm your host, Diane Plessett, a certified master kitchen bath designer and aging in place specialist for over 35 years. My goal is to help you enjoy your home in every way possible. Let's get started. This podcast will help you understand your remodeling priorities, what they are, why they're important, and how to achieve them. No matter what you're doing every day, your priorities are present, even if you're not conscious about them. According to Psychology Today, the average person makes an eye-popping 35,000 choices per day. That's roughly 2,000 decisions per hour, or one decision every 2 seconds. Priorities help us make decisions. If we don't have priorities, it's hard to make decisions. Do you ever have conversations with your family about what to have for dinner? My husband and I do. Our conversation usually includes questions and answers like, "I don't care," "I don't know," or, "Well, what do you want?" Priorities are important. In last week's segment of Today's Home, I talked about making lists to help you decide between remodeling your existing home or moving to a new home. I offered a free copy of the homeowner surveys, which are focused on helping you select and prioritize your product choices to help you make informed decisions. You can still request a free copy of the 27-page homeowner surveys. I intended to talk about a different subject today, but a contractor called. That kicked me in a different direction. I'm so grateful for his call. Here's why he called. The cabinet maker for one of my client's kitchen projects is running behind schedule, and he probably won't have the cabinets ready for installation until August instead of early July. My clients may get upset. They have a right to be upset because they signed the cabinet maker's contract and paid the deposit thinking that he was agreeing to the schedule. In the hours and days ahead, we'll discover what's going to happen after the contractor talks with the cabinet maker again and sends a message to my clients and me. The contractor and I agreed that all homeowners have 3 major remodeling priorities. Here's what they want. They want to remodel now, although they may have been thinking about their remodeling project for several years. Over 90% of my clients have this priority. It's human nature. They want results similar to pictures they've seen online and exactly what's shown in their design plans. They have a right to expect results based on their decisions. They want their investment to be as low as possible. I've known very few people whose budget isn't a major consideration. They're the exception, not the rule. If my clients want to remodel their kitchen now, they'll have to offer more money to move to the top of the cabinet maker's projects or find a different cabinet maker who's got products immediately available. Considering my client's budget, the cabinet maker's ethics, and today's hot remodeling market, neither of these options is possible. I'm going to talk about contractors and custom products not being available immediately in an upcoming segment of Today's Home. Many homeowners are facing the reality of having to postpone their remodeling projects until sometime in the spring of 2020 because great contractors are booked that far in advance. If my clients are willing to wait a month or two, they'll get the same results they wanted for the same investment. It's that simple. All they have to do is to adjust their priorities and move their project start date to later. Now, we're not asking them to put off their kitchen remodeling project until next year. No. If my client's kitchen project doesn't start until August, their new kitchen will be finished by the holidays so they can entertain. Starting their project in August won't impact their decision to cook meals on their barbecue, but it might impact other activities and events they've scheduled. We'll discover and explore the reality, the reasons, and the ramifications of the project delay in discussions and messages over the next several days. I don't know my client's whole story, why they want and need to remodel their kitchen right now. I want to understand so I can help them get through a challenging time. This is one of the services that I'm happy to provide as a homeowner advocate. It's all about communication, speaking honestly, and listening compassionately. Communication is going to be another topic in an upcoming segment of Today's Home. Remodeling now and expecting results within the lowest budget are important priorities for homeowners. Life and 35 years of experience in remodeling has taught me that we can have only one number one priority at any time. Other priorities have to fall in line behind the number one priority. Home remodeling and building a new home has thousands of unknown factors that get uncovered during the design and construction process. Priorities can be changed. First, though, we need to know what our priorities are. For this reason, I'm an advocate of lists. If you make a list first, no matter how long it is, I highly recommend that your next step is to assign priority numbers to that list. And keep your list in a safe place where you can look at it and make changes as the need arises. A prioritized list is the best way for you to make informed decisions. So why are remodeling priorities so important? They'll help you set and maintain a realistic budget, a realistic time frame, and realistic expectations. They'll open up conversation with family members who have different priorities. And they'll benefit your communication with design professionals and contractors. When you're sharing your priorities with design professionals and contractors, be sure to share specific information. Do you have a target date for completion of your project? What remodeling results do you want? You can collect pictures online or from magazines to share with them so they understand your goals. Most important, don't be afraid to tell design professionals and contractors what your maximum budget is. It's a common misconception that most people think, if I tell them exactly what I want to spend, I'll spend it, and I won't have any money left over for other things I want. Honest communication is the best way to build trust in any relationship. If you're planning to remodel your home, think about your priorities. What's more important? Starting and completing your project on your schedule, getting the results you want, or staying within your maximum budget? You can have two of the three priorities, but they're mutually exclusive. As I said, you can have only one number one priority. The bottom line is you do have choices always, but every choice, every decision has priorities attached. What's your number one remodeling priority? Last week, I promised to close every program with a quote, a pun, a joke, maybe even a poem. So I end today's program with the home renovator's prayer. Higher power, grant me the courage to fix the things I can, the humility to call the pros when I'm in over my head, and the wisdom to know the difference. If you're overwhelmed by your choices, or you don't know what your priorities are, I can help you. Contact me through my website, www.dp-design.com. I'm also on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Houzz. Follow me and subscribe to my emails about today's home. This is your host of today's home, Diane Plessett, wishing you the greatest week possible. Thank you for listening to today's home. Tell your family and friends about us and visit our website, www.dp-design.com, where you can get a list of upcoming programs, listen to previous podcasts of today's home, and leave remodeling questions for me. Don't forget to follow us on social media. This is Diane Plessett, your host of today's home. Enjoy your day.